here, and I'm back with another video for Ophelia Talks. And this is yet again a techniques video. So today I want to show you in greater detail how to do the ribbing. So in a previous video I made a cardigan and I used variegated yarn, and again, you know, variegated yarn, it's always a little bit difficult to see things, so I wanted to make sure that I could show you really nicely and properly how to do the ribbing on this piece, where I am using just a plain colored yarn. I am using Aran and a 5 hook, but that doesn't matter. You can do this with whatever thickness of yarn and whichever hook you need to be using. So the ribbing, generally we have been using it to finish a piece of crochet with, and you attach it to the end of a sleeve or to the base of your cardigan. Now it is possible that you have V's at the end, that you have normal double crochet. So here we have clusters. You could have normal double crochets with V's, but you could also very easily be in a situation where you have to add your ribbing to the side of your project, the side of your crocheted stitches there. So once again, it doesn't matter where you are connecting this to, just as long as you know the technique and you know just about the space that you need to be skipping and need to be moving forward to make sure that you space out your ribbing. So the moment you know all that, you know, it's fine. So I have here this square that I have been working on. What I showed you here was the previous video, so do go and have a look at that as well. That was also a techniques video. So I am just going to be using my granny cluster square here. I'm just going to be attaching to wherever. So make sure that if you are doing this for your pattern, that you are of course in the location where the pattern tells you that you should be. Make sure that you are, you know, doing the ribbing in the places that you need to be doing them. So here I have just linked on, it doesn't matter where I am here, I am just going to be using this for demonstration. So for your ribbing, depending on how long you want it, you can make up your own mind how many chains you are going to do. If you do 3 chains, you'll get a ribbing that's about this wide. If you do 7 chains, it will be this wide. If you do 10 chains, it'll be this wide. If you want extra wide to then fold over, you can do that as well. So depending on how wide or how deep you want your ribbing, you are going to start chaining. And of course I've just attached, so I need to just hold on to the end here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want my ribbing to be 5 stitches deep, but I need a turning chain. So I'm going to do 6 chains. So this one will be disregarded. I am now going to turn my work, yarn over, skip the turning chain into the 5th chain. You're going to pick up the back loop only. So the top loop, so the V here, you're going to pick up just the top loop, you pull up a loop and then you yarn over and pull through the 3 loops on your hook. I have been doing half double crochet for these ribbings and I find it works really, really well. So that's what we're going to keep on doing. So yarn over into the back loop of the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3. And we do this for 5 stitches. That's a 3rd, the 4th and the 5th here. And of course this one here, which keeps coming undone, is where I just linked on to my crochet, so we're going to disregard that. There we go. So this is my first row. And now you are going to look on the side. So here is where we started from. So that V has been used. This V we are going to skip because that's the one that we need for the height of our half double crochets that we've been doing here. Then we need to connect the top of our half double crochets to our work. So skipping this one, you go and do a slip stitch in the next one. There we go. So this now has finished our first row, and now we are going to do a turning chain for the next row. But if we do just a chain like this, it's not connected to our work. So we won't be doing a turning chain. We're going to do a slip stitch into the next stitch, which really is a turning chain, but we've connected it to our work. Now we turn, and you have to turn your whole project as well. And we are going to be working 5 half double crochets in the back loop only along our little ribbing piece here. So we yarn over, don't go into the slip stitch or the slip stitch that we used as our turning chain. So 1, 2 V's skipped into the third one. So the first proper stitch here, you're going to go and pick up the back loop, and we do a half double crochet. Now I say we're going to be doing half double crochets in the back loop only, 5 of them, but really in this row, in this situation, we're only doing 4, and the 5th one we do in both the loops. The reason why is the following. If you yarn over, you pick up the back loop of that last one and you do the stitch, look, we've created a hole, and that's going to get bigger, and that just doesn't look very nice. So here on my cuff I don't have those holes because I used both the strands of the V. So 4 stitches you're going to do in the back loop only. The last stitch you are going to do in both the V. So this strand and this strand. So both the strands of the V. So you pull up and you do your stitch, and as you can see now, that hole has been diminished quite a lot. Now we do a turning chain, we turn, and we do our 5 back loop only half double crochet. And you might think, yes, but those are making holes as well. That will calm down in a moment, and that's the nature of half loop double crochets, and it will make that we have a nice bouncy ribbing, and that it will stand proud a little bit like that as well. So now that we have done our 5 stitches, we are back on the side here. This V has been used, that's where we departed from. This V is for the height of our half double crochet. This one here is the one where we are going to connect the top of our half double crochet. Then we need to do our turning chain, so we do a slip stitch in the next V. And we are ready to get started again. So turn your work, skipping those 2 slip stitches, going into the third one, 1, 2, 3 and 4 back loop half double crochets, yarn over, find the 2 strands of the V for the last stitch, and you are going to do a half double crochet. And this is how we are going to be doing the ribbing. This ribbing really, how should I say it? Yes, it's going to take time. Yes, it's fun to do. And yes, it is going to give your pieces a professional finish. People will think it looks so much better if you have a lovely, wide, brilliantly made ribbing on your garment. There we go. I've said it. Okay, so there we are. So this is my ribbing. This is what it is looking like. It's going a little bit up and down. This is the effect that we are looking for. So I hope that I have given you lots of information on why I do certain things in this ribbing. And yeah, I have really enjoyed doing it. I hope you will as well. So I hope you will try this out. If you want to create a piece for you to put the ribbing on, then I would suggest just making a little square like I have here. And I mean, this one is far too big to do this small piece of ribbing on, but just a square where you can just try out doing these half double crochets, connecting it to the side and seeing what it would look like. I also have a video published recently on fingerless gloves, and that was the ideal location, ideal amount as well of ribbing to try out for learning a new technique. So I will link the video here, so do go and have a look at that, because that's a great project for you to try and practice your ribbing. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. Thank you very much for supporting this channel, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!